I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike, what you want? Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's time to crash. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Welsh. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Ready up. 51, 951. Wildfield. Pilot, 64, weak.
On 1st and 10, Welch gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Welsh. It's hauled in by Shepard. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Topper! Get it!
On 1st down, Welch under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Hey, lock it! Five!
Mike 51.
Let's go!
2nd and 15. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, Delta.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, let's get this, get this.
What? Squeeze.
Kill.
Let's go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, let's go. Silver.
Bravo.
Mike 51.
Leo.
You better bring it. Check. You go tight. You got tight right there. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Switch.
Rock it. Smooth.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And it's a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their now guy stripped. He lost the football, but the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Get ready.
From the 24, Haskins. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Record. Slam. Check 43.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The sack coming from Big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brings up 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
60 outlaw. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. X3, 218, jump. Mike 51, Mike 51. Get that quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down. Welsh gets it to Meredith, complete. Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Down, 70, Indy. Go, go. 51, Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, Welch. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down, Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Welsh. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Mike 7. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hard. Check nickel. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, Welch. He's going to wind up and air it out. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Switch.
Haskins now off the bootleg. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 26. 66, bullet, half.
Here's Haskins to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
And our Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the draw, they go to Geis. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On second and 9, Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brings up third and 1.
On third and 1, it's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Haskins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Got a man, that's Quinn. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Second and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And on third and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun handoff down to Geis. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw on second down. Welsh out to the right here to Shepard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
General West. Strip that ball. Watch safety green.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! 51, Mike 51. What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl? 51's to Mike. 51's to Mike. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Operating from the gun. Welch will get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Check 49. Check 49. 6-6. Pull it high. Now.
Back to throw. Welsh. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Let's break. Bring it. Bring it. 2 times. 2 times. 3 down. 3 down. Ready.
On first down, Welch to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line. Hey, orbit. 2, hit it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Completes this one to Meredith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And now he'll tuck it and run. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Set up. 91. I'm coming. 5.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
I got you. Switch. Protein spill. Get it.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Mike 51, Mike. Hey, Charlie. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
From the gun, Welsh. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. On second down, here's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's third and 3. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's third and 3. Haskins on third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check three, check three. It's three. Come. Boss.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Slings this deep from, and that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Zach Brown, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Geis. And an alley to run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Third and 2, now Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down, Welch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Look at me, zipper. Go, Mike 51. Hey, Alpha. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. Come. Hey, watch the screen.
Looking to throw on second down. Welsh, it completes it to Nelson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Hey, Steve 6. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Hey, exit. 51, Mike 51. Drop deep.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Come on, set. 30 base. Buzz. Mike 51. Sit.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Welch looking for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Bravo.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things?
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Levante David able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun, Geis. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They begin with a run by Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. Into the Redskins' hand that they do. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security. In an overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily?
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
80 weapon. Mike 2, Mike 2. Here we go. Mike 2, watch 2, watch 2. Get trapped. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Welsh. It's a room to maneuver. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Put up. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time. Back. Out, 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 out.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down here a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike 57. Hey, man, watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This to win it in overtime. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it, that field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.